Are you tired of not being able to account for your finances the way you should? Do you want to be in control of your finances and build generational wealth? If your answer is yes, then don't miss out on any of the podcast episodes of Wise Wealth Talk with Florence Ottle aka Digital Flossie, which is available on audio and video. On this podcast, you get to learn more about personal finance, investing, business, and entrepreneurship. Become wiser and smarter with your wealth by subscribing to the Wise Wealth Talk with Florence Ottle aka podcast channel today. Are you tired of not being able to account? For your finances the way you should? Do you want to be in control of your finances and build generational wealth? If your answer is yes, then don't miss out on any of the podcast episodes of Wise Wealth Talk with Florence Ottle aka Digital Flossie, which is available on audio and video. On this podcast, you get to learn more about personal finance, investing, business, and entrepreneurship. Become wiser and smarter with your wealth by subscribing to the Wise Wealth Talk with Florence Ottle aka podcast channel today. Are you tired of not being able to account for your finances the way you should? Do you want to be in control of your finances and build generational wealth? If your answer is yes, then don't miss out on any of the podcast episodes of Wise Wealth Talk with Florence Ottle aka Digital Flossie, which is available on audio and video. On this podcast, you get to learn more about personal finance, investing, business, and entrepreneurship. Become wiser and smarter with your wealth by subscribing to the Wise Wealth Talk with Florence Ottle aka podcast channel today.
Oh, I've been muted since and I never knew. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank you, L Bright. Bright, thank you for joining. And thank you for joining Wise World Talk with Florence Adeleke. Please kindly click this subscribe button. What I've been saying since is that share this room, invite others who are not here, and if you belong to my community, kindly drop a comment in the chat room on WhatsApp and get others in here. And this broadcast is also going on live on Clubhouse. So those who are joining from Clubhouse, some are listening from the club on the via the Clubhouse, and some are connected via the YouTube channel. So please subscribe and also share the link. And I'm gonna turn off my camera now so that we can get started proper. All right. So today we are looking at engaging personal savings that works. Personal savings that works. I have actually interacted with a lot of people, and when I'm talking to people about savings, or in short, I was discussing with a friend in my office, and he told me that, and the friend was like, do you still think savings, I mean, budgeting works in this part of the world? I mean, in this economy? Because whether, yes, I am broadcasting from Nigeria, and I know some of you connected are not in Nigeria, but wherever you are in the world, the economy is actually like the same, really, because the inflation, the recession, everybody is shouting recession, inflation. So at this time, how should you live when it comes to your personal finance? What should be your role? What are the things you ought to do or be doing now? So that is what this channel is all about. So we are discussing way forward. It's all about personal finance, investing, entrepreneurship, and taking yourself to the next level. The last episode, because this is the second episode on personal savings that works, and last episode I talked about, please, if you're just joining me, kindly let me know where your comments. I want to know where you're connecting from, and I also want to know what you do. Please kindly let me know what you do, and please subscribe and like this video if you want to keep getting content like this. All right, so back to our topic. I'm going to just turn off my camera now, because so that we can focus on what you want to discuss this evening. Thank you very much. So now let's dive deeper. Okay, so now talking about personal savings that works, personal savings as well. I'm going to be giving you some strategies or some tips on how you can, save your money. How you can save your money. I'm going to give you some tips on how you can save your money. So now let's look at it. Number one, you remember that last week I or the previous session, I talked about the things you ought to be doing, in the sense that when it comes to your personal finance, you're supposed to have a goal. When there's this popular saying that says that if the purpose of a thing is not known, then abuse is inevitable. If you don't know why you're saving, then you will abuse that savings. That is why you see a lot of people, they say, I have savings. Now, after, like, okay, now we are in October already, at the point of, we're in October already, and you know that some people will tell you that they are savings and they're going to collect their saving by December, and by the time you ask them that what is their plan for December, you'll be shocked that a lot of people are going to be spending their savings on luxuries. They'll be spending their savings on things that really does not really bring increase to their finance. So it is a wrong way to save. And this is why savings don't work for some people or for many people, because even though yes, they may keep some money aside, but they do not really have a particular goal, probably an investment goal or a business goal that they want to achieve, with that. um they don't have an investment goal uh or a business goal for that savings. So now let me quickly talk about the things that let me quickly share some tips with you, especially for I may have to, I may even repeat some of the things that I mentioned last week. But the first thing you want to do when it comes to for your savings to work, you need to have a good record keeping system. So record, and number one is that you record and analyze your expenses. Why do you want to record it? It is not just about recording. I said record and analyze your expenses. The reason why you want to record and you also want to analyze your expenses is because you want to be able to know, okay, how you are able, what you're spending, um what's your spending like. So you want to know the things that take more money from you, the things that take less money from you. And that will now lead me to the number two, which is budgeting. Because when you know your record, when you have the record of how you spend, then you can plan your budget. Budgeting is not, some people feel like there's a myth, like some people feel like when you budget you are restricting yourself. When you budget, you are not, you are, maybe is you're being hard on yourself. No, budgeting is knowing where, is about telling your money where your money should go. Is giving, you know if I should define budget, let me define budget to you. Budgeting is actually giving your money direction. Giving your money direct is like, this money, this is where I want you to go, this is where I want you to go, this is where I want you to go. So whatever is not in the plan, whatever is not in the plan, we don't put it. We don't whatever is not in the plan, then we don't go for it. So these are the this then the next thing you want to do is to follow your budget. Number three is follow your budget. Follow your budget. You want to follow your budget, because if you don't follow your budget, you will you will not be able to engage in savings. Remember that in the previous episode, especially the previous episode is available on Clubhouse. So if you don't have, I talked about, um the last one I talked about, say, even planning your budget by weekly. So week one, this is how much I'm going to I spend. Week one, week two, week three. And then one of the strategies that you can even save, why, or let me say unconsciously, is the fact that when you plan your budget weekly, what you are able to do is, I hope you can hear me on Clubhouse. Can you hear me? Yes, I have Cherish here, or I just have Sterling. Okay. Thank you, Chair. So I want to know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? You can use the chat room. Okay, yes, you can. Thank you very much. All right. So now I talked about budgeting weekly, because let's say you budget 10,000 naira weekly. One of the strategies you can even use to save more is when you budget by weekly, and then you try as much as possible to even spend less than your budget in the week, during the week. Then your weekly budget, you can even now break it down into daily budget. So if I had planned, let's say for instance, you had planned that you will go to the office, because this happens. Now you've planned that you will go to the office Monday to Friday. Your budget for transportation is 10,000 naira, and every day is 2,000 naira every day. Now, in a day and then maybe your feeding for a day is like extra 2,000 naira, so you have 4,000 naira. Okay, by the time Monday came, a friend of yours took you out and bought food for you. So the money you are supposed to spend for that day is what? Is how much? Can I the money so somebody has already bought food for you. I mean your lunch, you already had that 2,000 naira for your breakfast and your lunch. And fortunately for you, one of your colleagues decided to buy lunch for you, and then the 1,000 naira that you're supposed to spend for lunch, you did not spend it. And then the and fortunately again, one of your lunch was one of your colleagues rather was going to your direction, all right, was going to your direction, your after the close of business, and you happen to go, probably you are not driving your own car, and then you happen to go with him or her, then you have extra money, right? So those kind of extra money, they are not meant to be spent. Now you should have a saving system. You should have a saving system that will you should have a saving system that will actually, help you to that you should have a saving system that will help you to save that extra money. It's not like an extra money for you, because you've already budgeted that that money will be spent. So these are one of the ways that you can save more. So such money, you don't see it as, let me go and spend this money, let me go and spend this money, I already have extra cash, I have extra cash. No, what you're supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do is to actually save it, so that type of money, you don't carry it over the following day. So at the end of that day, you do your analysis, or how do I put it now, your you do your you do your yes, let me use the word analysis. You just, okay, how much did I spend today, how much am I supposed to spend? So I'm supposed to spend 4,000 naira today, or I'm supposed to spend $20 today. So now I spent just 2,000 naira, because I got some gifts, because yes, it's a gift, and then those gifts replace your expenses. Such money you should save. Now you will be able to save more. These are strategies that you can use to save more money. All right, so that's one. Then another thing you want to do. Okay, so I'm still talking about, the about budgeting, right? I'm still talking about budgeting, and the way you can budget in such a way that it will work for you. So by the time you do the daily budget, you do the weekly budget, and then you can also, now at the end of the week, then you carry over all the extra money. So you don't spend it in the coming week. You take that extra money that you didn't spend for that particular week. You plan it for the next, you take that one and put it in your savings. So that way you'll be able to save more, even if probably your intake or your take home is not even enough to sustain you. But if you plan very well, and if you minimize, okay, I'll still get to that point. So if you plan very well, that will really really help you, that will really really help you. So please kindly share this room. Share this room. Please share this room. Share this room. Please share this room. Please, can you hear me? Can you hear me on Clubhouse? I think we're having internet connectivity issues on Clubhouse. We have internet connectivity issue on Clubhouse. Wow. All right. So now, then the next one you want to do. The next one you want to do, sorry, just a minute. I want to ensure that those on Clubhouse can hear me. All right. So please, can we hear me on Clubhouse? Clubhouse needs a very strong signal. Can we hear me now on Clubhouse? Can we hear me on Clubhouse? Okay, please kindly share this room. Kindly share this room. Kindly share this room. Let's get others in. Let's get others in. All right. And also let's subscribe. I'll be put okay, yeah. Thank you. Sure. I hope I pronounce your name well. So we can also subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right. So I move to the next one. So we may not finish it today, and the next episode, that will be third one, we are going to still talk about savings. So then the next one you want to do is that include savings in your budget. Include savings in your budget. So don't just say that I want to save so when you're budgeting, when you're like your budget is actually telling your money, where to go, giving your money direction. So put in it that okay, you are saving so amount. The truth is this, it is not about how much you make, because people say I'm not making so much, I'm not making so much, I'm not making so much. But even if it is 10%, even if it is 1%, just ensure that you save something. And the strategy that I talked about, doing your budget per week or per day, will help, because there are some things you would have planned that you want to buy, and then you will end up getting it as a gift. That money should go for savings. That money should not go for another thing. So that's another way you can save even when you are not earning, when earning up to, earning what can suffice for you, not to now talk of, keeping part of it. But you can save with that strategy. Then pay your debt. In case you have a loan, you're on loan, make sure you pay your debt. So plan, even ensure that you also plan to pay your debt. You should not be someone that someone is, always pursuing for him or her to pay his or her debt. So you should also plan the budget for your debt. As a matter of fact, maybe somebody might be asking this question, Florence, how do you expect me to save when I'm also having a debt to pay? So is it right for me to save and leave my debt? Now, I would like to answer this question. Please make sure you remind me in the coming episode, because it depends on how much you're saving. It depends on how much you're earning. It depends on how much you're owing. It may require you to actually, I'm already answering, it may require you for you to save to pay off, depending on the system. But if it is a system that you have to pay some amount of money monthly, then you should, and you know that your income can cater for that payment, please do clear off save debt first, so that you can now focus all your energy on savings. All right. So don't try to save money and you're owing, especially if it's an interest based debt, because the more you do that, the more you will be affecting your credit. All right. So then look for opportunities to cut down your spendings. Especially if you're the type that you eat out, you look at the cost. What will it cost you to cook your meal? What will it cost you to spend money outside? So do this analysis and try as much as possible to reduce your expenses. Try as much as possible to reduce your expenses by cutting down. There are some things that you don't need. Okay, yes, you subscribe monthly on Netflix. Please, can you tell me? And yet you cannot save. Yet you don't have enough, to cater for all your expenses, but you must subscribe for Netflix. Now, can you tell me what positive role that subscription is playing on your personal finance? So the things that are not adding value to you, you don't give them priorities. Only give things that are adding value to you priorities. Then make sure you cancel automated subscriptions. Automated subscriptions, like, these are the ways you can look for opportunity to cut down. So like, this one I just talked about, Netflix. cancel it. And there's some subscriptions that are not, some people still use, especially maybe in Nigeria, some people still use collar tune. So, and you feel it's just 13 naira, you feel it just 15 naira, you feel it just 300 naira. All these kind of subscriptions, you can do away with them. Cancel automatic subscriptions, and then analyze the cost of, I've talked about this, analyze the cost of eating outside, or eating out, or preparing your meal. And then, one of the ways you can cut down on your expenses is, perhaps you see something that you like and you want to buy. Wait, before you think of spending that money. Wait, check your budget. Is it in your budget? If it is not in your budget, then you don't need it. And remember the 50/20/30 rule of budgeting. So the 50% goes for your needs, the 20% goes for your savings, and the 30% goes for your want, like, oh, you want to eat at Mr. Biggs, you want to drink ice creams, you're not hungry, and oh, you want to buy shoes, you want to buy clothes, those are your wants. But you have to look at your current financial situation before you should take such a step. Look at your current financial situation before you take such step, because such step might not be good for you, especially, such step might not be good for you, especially if you are not um such step might not be good for you, especially maybe if you are in debt, or you're not even earning as much as you need for your needs alone. And depending on the kind of financial commitment that you have, or financial responsibility, the 50/20/80%, 30% mean, I really don't think that is really working for a lot of people in Nigeria. Seriously, I really don't think so. For me, I really don't think so. But like I said, you can do it. You just make sure you, like I said, rather, make sure you know what fits into your current financial situation. Make sure you know what fits in. Then the next thing you want to do, and this is where I'm going to stop, is determine. Okay, no, this is not where I'm going to stop. Determine your financial priorities. Determine what are your priorities, what are the things you really want to achieve. So you should determine them. Determine your financial priorities. So what do you need right now? What are the your what are the peculiar things you need? So, because if you don't prioritize if you don't know your priorities, that is when a friend will come to you and say, oh, I want to do so, I want you to buy this clothes, I want to do that, I want you to buy. Yet you have needs to be met, yet you have debts to be paid. And it is very wrong for you, to keep on piling on debts unpaid. Then, now, pick the right financial tools, both for your short term and the long term savings. So now, if you're doing short term savings, you may want to do the normal savings at the bank, or cash certificate of deposit. You may want to go for that. And if you're doing long term can be financial securities like stocks. You may want to invest in, these are ways to save. So it is not until you keep money. That's why I said your priorities and your financial goals. You need to have a financial goal for your savings. How much because this is how your savings can work. Okay, for how long do I want to save this also amount? For how long do I want? Okay, what's the plan for this money? Am I saving for the future? Am I saving for emergency? Am I saving for? So you need to understand it. So when you understand this, you will be able to pick the right financial tools, and whether your goal will determine the tool you want to use. So if for short term can be savings, the normal savings, and for long term you can invest. You can use stocks, even bonds, mutual funds. You can invest. So these are way, yeah, you are investing, but you're also saving. Do you understand? Because at the same time you are growing that money. So you can do long-term savings by saving using these financial securities that I just mentioned, even real estate. Do you know that in real estate investing you can actually do either cash, that is, you don't want to keep the money for long. I actually know of opportunity I actually know of savings opportunity in real estate that even permit you to save a minimum of 20,000 naira monthly and get up to 15% return on investment. How about that? And for 12 good months consecutively. So we have saving system like that. So for if you are saving per month and then at the end of the year you want to have it, that might be a good option. And you can save in different units. So it's called property development savings scheme. Of course, yes, it is called property saving because you might be saying, I know I don't want to use the money to buy properties. Yes, you may not actually need to use the money to buy property, but you can use it, to do other projects. You can collect it to do other projects. So you can save in 20s, like a unit is 20, um, um, so you can save in multiple units, so you can save in multiple units. That's the beauty. So when you're talking about savings, you have to know your goals, because if you know the goals, that then you'll be able to determine the tools, the financial tool you want to use for your long-term savings and for your short-term saving. So for your long-term saving, or for now for short-term can be that within 6 months and a year. And now, if you're doing long short-term saving, it's not such money that you should put in financial security like stocks, like cryptocurrencies, like all those kind of stuffs. You shouldn't put it. But if you're doing short-term, like I told you, you can use real estate savings opportunity. You can leverage real estate savings opportunity. Like we also have something we call cashback. We also have something we call land vest and stuff like that. That some of these credible real estate developers, opportunity they give for people who don't really want to buy land as a whole, but they want to make profit off land, because it is an investment that you cannot. This is an investment opportunity that it is secured. You understand? It has good security, so that is why you want to leverage the real estate, like I mentioned, the PDSS. So especially if you're not earning so high and you want to save, then you can use PDSS to and get, which is very fantastic, because there's no bank that will give you such savings, um such high return on investment. So it's a very good opportunity for you. Then, but you don't have access to that money until 12 months. So you have to save consistently for 12 months, and at the end of 12 months you have access to your money. So that's an opportunity for you to see. So you can save 20,000, you can save 40,000 every month, and then you're getting 15%, which no bank will ever give you, and the money is secure. Then you have, that's is two. Then you have then based on your, like I said, based on your income level, you can do the cashback, the one you can save from 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, 1 million. And then the beautiful thing of savings with real estate, using real estate savings platform, is the fact that your money is backed up by the property. You understand? It's backed up and is insured. So your money is insured, your money is backed up, and um is credible, because this is I have helped, I have actually saved one of my clients from financial mess as a reason of this, my client taking advantage of this opportunity. When I told her, then she was able to. Oh, thank you, Kemi Sola. Thank you for following. She took advantage of that. And unfortunately, something happened and she needed money urgently. and it was this savings that she banked on. So what if she had told me that no, 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 I'm not doing, even though it was not yet, yeah, it hasn't gone come to maturity yet, but even though she had to break the rule, which is you have to save for up to 12 months before you can access, but she needed the money urgently, and the company understands that, and she was giving her phone. She was just thanking me because that was how she was able to resolve that financial issue. So then you can, I've talked about that. Then the last but not the least, which is the ninth one, is that make your savings automated or automatic. Yeah, automate your savings so that you don't say, oh, I forgot to save this month. So you already know when you are most likely going to be paid each month, so just make sure you automate it. So for those of you that, the platforms I use Piggyvest. So you can check the description of this video on the YouTube. You can check the description. I already dropped, in case you don't have, you are not registered on that, you don't have an account with them. I'm also giving you an opportunity for you to, I shared with you my link so that you can register, and then when you register, you can also get um you also get 1000 naira welcome bonus for you to start, your savings, your own savings journey. And another um, s- um platform I would like to share with you that I use for my automated savings and investments is also OPay. I know you might have been OPay app. Yes, OPay. You remember OPay bike, OPay with them. And let me share you a secret of one of the secrets of using OPay. If you are not been using it, is the fact that it gives you like maximum savings opportunity. How? Whether you want to do your data subscription, whether you want to do your you want to buy airtime, instead of buying airtime, so 100 you are getting cashbacks, and those cashback are real money that you can now convert again to now buy cards or do other or save it. So, and it's a very, so especially if you are an heavy data user and heavy airtime user, is an because you are buying it cheaper, and all these little tokens that you feel that you don't count, they are very okay, Misola said OP for life, thank you. They are very they are, by the time you cumulate, can you imagine cumulating one naira? If I had to use the rule of compound interest, you will be shocked how much. I was telling a friend of mine, I said, do you know that if your dad was to be saving a minimum, like, oh, like it's so small, 1,000 naira on your behalf, right from when you're giving birth to your age 20, if we are to do the mathematics, you will be so shocked how much you would have made by now. Just 1,000 naira every month using the compound interest system. So a little drop of water, they say, makes a mighty ocean. I mean, you need to start using this opportunity. And another thing is that, of another benefit of using OPay is the fact that whenever you're making transfer, it also reduce transfer charges. That's how me I save myself from all these banks deducting 10 naira, deducting 20 something naira. You can send as much as possible, only as high as like 50, depending on your level of verification on the OPay app. So it's very beautiful. So I also dropped the link via the description of this video in case you don't have an account. So use that link, and when you use that link, you will also get, and make sure you make a deposit, and then you will get 800 up to like 7,000 plus welcome bonus. Yes, you have opportunity to get up to 7,000 depending on the requirements you fulfill. So it's one of those ways. These are platforms that you can leverage on. So another one that I use is Petty Save. Petty Save is owned by Pertinence Group, a real estate and people's empowerment company. So these are different platforms that you can use to automate your savings and also to reduce cost. Because remember, I told you that find a way. Okay, yes, okay. Kemi said I should talk about the add money feature on OPay. Yes, so you can easily add more. All you have to do is link your bank account and your bank card, and once you link your bank card, you can now add money from your bank. You can add money now on OPay. You have what we call OWET. In short, you have target savings. Remember, I talked about target savings. So whatever you want to, you have a plan you want to do, you can target savings. So you can easily add up money to your account, to your wallet. So, and you can save yourself from having to, to spend without thinking about it. So a lot of people just spend without planning for that spending. So please, remember, let me just do a quick recap as I wrap up. I said the first thing you want to do is to record and analyze your expenses, plan your budget. Number two, number three, follow your budget. Remember, I also make reference to the previous episode when it comes to planning your budget, that you can plan your budget into daily, into weekly, into monthly. Because when you do that, you can easily save leftovers, what I'll call leftovers, in case sometimes you might have budgeted that, okay, you're going to eat 3 times in a day, and you ended up, maybe because due to work, you just you just took just your lunch, and then the money for your breakfast still remains. No, you shouldn't use it the following day. You should save that. The one for the following day should be used for that day. You understand? So break your budget so that you can easily follow it. Then include savings in your budget. Number four. Number five, make sure you pay your debt if you're on any debt plan or any loan plan, and make sure you look for opportunities. Number six, to cut down your spendings, use cancel automated subscriptions, like that's like Netflix and other that are not really adding so much value to you, and analyze the cost of eating out, like it's still part of the number six. And make sure you look at, okay, with eating out, pay me or cooking my meal. For me, I love to cook my meal, except on on some occasions that I could not control. That is when I will eat out, I mean during office period. But when I'm at home or even from my house, I cook my food and pack my lunch to the office. Even sometimes my breakfast, I ensure that I even have some food items in my office that I can take regularly, like not food items, I guess food items like beverages, or some beverages installed in my office, so that I take as my breakfast. So I buy in bulk. You understand? So you want to do that too. You want to buy in bulk. You will save a lot of money doing that. Really, you will save a lot of money doing that. Instead of having to want to buy things that you use daily, you now want to be buying them each every day. You want to use every day, you'll be wasting a lot of money doing that. So determine your financial priorities. Okay, sorry, yeah, I said the third part of looking for opportunities to cut down your spendings is to also make sure that you wait before you make a purchase. Wait, look at that thing. We are going, because it happens to everyone, everyone, even myself. Sometimes you are passing and truly you need that thing. Like there's some things that you know that you don't have them, and it's not because you want to waste, but it's not in your plan, it's not in your budget. So just give it. So if you after you left the place and you still discover that you don't have feelings for it again, like they say feelings at first sight. That some people just like for the first time, and after some time you just know that the feelings has left you. That means you don't need it. So don't. So once you can do without it and you can survive without it, it's not a priority. It's not a power. So give. Then that will now take me to the seventh one: determine your financial priorities. For those who are just joining, for the we are just connecting, I am talking about engaging personal savings that works, and I'm sharing with you 9 tips that can help you maximize your finances with personal savings. Then pick the right financial tools for your short-term savings and for your long-term savings. This is where investment now comes in. You understand? So you can save on your normal savings, and for long term, probably money that you want to keep for like a year, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you can now for 5 years, especially. And and also look at the amount of the money that are already in million, and you want to keep it in for a long time. It's not advisable that you keep it in cash. You should keep it in assets. I mean, growing assets. I mean, growth, assets. Do you understand? You should keep it in asset like maybe real estate. You should keep it in asset like maybe stocks that also have dividend. Because if you ask me, is this a good time to invest in stock? Financial experts are actually like, no, this is not like a good time, but to invest in stock, but invest in stocks that pay dividends, so that why the stock market is still shaking and things are not too, you're also getting some dividend. Even if you're a crypto fan, if you invest in good projects, good cryptocurrency projects, then that also have staking abilities, that you can stake them just like savings, and you can also earn, there's what we call APY, and you can also earn some annual returns on them. So these are ways you can you can maximize your savings and engage it in a way that is going to work for you, and is going to really help you to increase your finances. Then the last but not the least is that make your savings automatic. Make your savings automatic, so that you don't forget to save. You don't say, I've already finished spending before I save. So make it automatic, and I shared with you, and I also dropped the link of the two softwares or the two platform I use to engage savings and to also reduce expenses. For my long-term savings, I use the Piggyvest, and especially for emergency savings, and for my short-term savings, I use my OPay, and also for reducing cost of transfer of money, data buying, and also airtime subscription. So I use this application, this OPay, to do a lot of, it's a multi-purpose platform. So you may check it out. The link is below the description of this video, especially for those who are connected to me um on YouTube. And for those who are on Clubhouse, I'm going to drop that in the chat room. All right, the link to the is in the chat room, so you can just check the chat room for the link to the YouTube, wherever you can get the link. So thank you everyone who have joined. I can see Bright joined. Please, if you're watching and you've not commented, please kindly, or if you're watching the replay, I want to know what have you gotten so far. So for those who are live here with me on YouTube, kindly let me know what you got. I mean, what's your haha moment? What value have you gotten so far? Did you get any value? And would you like me to continue this? And in the next episode, what would you like me to talk about? I am open to your suggestions. So I'm still here. I want to hear from you, Kemisola, if you're still with me. And who else is with me right now? I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. Please use the comment section. Let me know. Okay, I'm waiting. We have come to the end of this episode, so I'm waiting. Kamisola, what have you? What value can you share with us? What value you've gotten for those who are connected with me right now? Kindly share with me what value you've gotten. What value have you gotten? Okay, while we're planning to wrap up, but I would like to just let you know that soon I will be launching my brand, my personal business brand, and also I'll be launching my personal brand officially, and also my business brand. So I want you to look forward to it. I'll share the details with you subsequently. Look forward to it, and please kindly help me share. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. So Kemi said that thank you for the session. I've learned, let me show you what she says. So I've learned it is important to wait before making a purchase. You might find out you do not need that. Yes, thank you. So yes, because by the time you leave that place, you discover that, oh, I can even do without this thing, so it's not necessary. Then you can focus on important projects that you have to. Thank you for sharing that with us, Kemisela, and I hope to see you. Please kindly help me share this link, to this channel to your friends, and get everyone in your network to subscribe. I am looking forward to we clocking 1,000 subscribers in the next few weeks, and I know with you, I can make it happen. With you and your support, I can definitely make it happen. Thank you for joining, and don't forget that you can always visit my store to check out my courses and my training programs, my books on bit.ly /digital flossy store. And I'm going to show that on the screen right now. Digital flossy store. So you may want to check out the training programs that we have. Currently, we're training business people. Our hot selling course now is our cryptocurrency. Sorry, copywriting course for business owners or anyone who wants to be able to communicate their idea. You want to communicate the right messaging of your business, of your brand with copywriting. Copywriting is that skill that help you to build your and communicate your brand in to your audience. So this course is for you, and I want you to take advantage of it. If you're watching and you want to take this course, I'm also giving you a 50% discount so that you can get in. And it is a self-paced learning at the same time group coaching. The reason why it is self-paced is because I understand that if we are to do live classes, sometimes you might be in the office, especially for those who have offices. Whether you're a solopreneur or entrepreneur, you might be engaged during the day and during the workout. So you may have your the learning time that best suits you. So we want you to have that. I want you to have that flexibility. So I've created this course to help you increase your earning capacity, because you can't save when you are not making money. You can't save, and that is why this platform is to help you to make, manage, and multiply. So by the time you learn the skill for making money, then you learn the skill for managing money, then you also learn the skill for multiplying it, and then you can have that financial freedom. So a lot of people learn skills when it comes to making money, but the managing, and that's why I have combined these three together to help you scale and to help you stand on top. To stand on top and be be in control of your finances. So make sure you visit this website, bit.ly /digital flossy store, and check out the personal finance coaching program, and you can also check out the copywriting coaching program. It's a self-paced and also a group coaching, whereby you are going to take your task, you're going to submit your task, I'm going to review it, I'm going to work with you in your on your business, and we're going to do a lot of strategy. I'm going to so you it's a 7-in-1. That's why it's beyond copywriting, because for me there are a lot of copywriting courses out there, but if you don't get it right, even when it comes to your audience determine your marketing, your audience determine your messaging, your communication. They determine the identity, your brand identity. So a lot of people don't get it right when it comes to this. And even when you have a logo, when you have colors, if you don't have the right messaging, and you must be able to communicate. Even when you know your audience, you want to be able to communicate to your audience, and that is where this skill set comes in. That is where this skill set comes in the area of writing, copywriting, because you are able to write in such a way that you attract your right audience, you get their interest to follow your brand, or to buy your product or services, and then you get them to take action that you want them to take. So that is in a nutshell what copywriting does for you. But of course, this copywriting course comes with um 7 other packages, courses, and ebooks packages that will help you to build a profitable online business. So whether you're currently running your business offline, this this course is actually to help you build a profitable business online, so you can replicate your offline business online and be more profitable when you learn the right skill. So thank you very much. I am looking forward to hearing from you, and see you same time, same station next week on the next episode. Bye for now. So thank you, and have a great